75 years of diplomatic ties between India and China. Yes, we are talking about the India-China relation that they had spent 75 years of together. But was it cordial? No, it was not just cordial. It was a relationship which we can term as cooperation along with the conflict. And today, after 75 years, we are here to discuss that what we have to do now. We don't have to just look back, but we have to also decide that what future lies. Hello and welcome to the in-depth series of Drishti IAS. I am Ritu and today's session is about 75 years of diplomatic ties between India and China. And this session is important for your GES 2 perspective. Along with this session, I want to tell you that if you want to term India and China relationship, what would be the right word? The right word would be the cooperation along with the conflict. Yes, we have the submergence of two C's into the India-China relationship, which is cooperation and conflict. So, move towards the news part. So here today we are going to discuss about that India-China mark the 75 years of diplomatic ties, and here we have to overview their relationship because China is not just a neighboring country for India but a powerful and you can say one of the superpowers of the world, and many of the Indian strategic policies have been decided through the Chinese lens. So here we are going to discuss about that how we can improve our relationship and how India should treat China as a mirror for the progress, for the growth. So let's move towards to the Drishti IAS Noida thing. So as you already know that we have this IAS foundation course available in both the medium, Hindi medium and English medium. So if you want to visit for the offline batch, here are the details of the English medium and Hindi medium, and this is for the IAS Foundation Prelims plus Mains course offline batch. So if you want to enroll, you can call us on 87501 87501. And if you really want to personally visit to the center, this is our address C171/2 Block A Sector 15 Noida, and nearest metro station is Noida Sector 15. Also, this course is available in online medium. And this time we have upgraded few features in the IAS Foundation online course. And what are those features? So we have this AI summary. So based on your video content, it will provide you AI summary so that it will be very much helpful in your quick revision. We have also this AI quiz. So after reading and studying, if you want to test your knowledge, you can use this thing for AI quiz. And also while studying, if you have any doubt, we have also one feature which is ask me a question. So you can ask question there and you can resolve your doubts there. Now coming to the discussion part. So the discussion is about the China lens. So here we are going to discuss about that. What does it mean by the China lens? So most of the strategic decision and diplomatic decision by India is taken and influenced through the effects of the China and in the impression of the China. So this is called as China lens in terms of the India. So this is what we can see that from defense to the trade, most of the decision has been taken in through the China lens. So that's why it is called as a China lens. And despite of this, we can see that there were so many clash between us. We can see that 1962 war, then 2020 Galwan clash. Beside all these conflict kind of situation, the interdependence between China and India continues. And here we can see that military buildup along with the LAC is matched by a complex trade relationship with 100 billion trade imbalances. So here we can see that despite of sharing lot of controversial and conflict kind of situation, the trade imbalance continues. Now here we'll discuss about the competitive coexistence. In the recent podcast, PM Modi had talked about that we want healthy competition from the China, which has been welcomed by the Chinese leaders also. Now, if we'll talk about that, what is competitive coexistence? So here we can see that despite of having a lot of things, a lot of conflict kind of situation, India remains in the group where China is that, and BRICS is one of such example. SCO is one of such examples. Also, we can see that India is also part of such groups such as Quad, who are challenging the Chinese influence. So that's why this is called as competitive coexistence. And in South Asia, India faces China's growing footprint in infrastructure and must move beyond reacting diplomacy. So we have to build our own thing. We don't have to just react that what Chinese are doing and what policies are influencing us. Now we'll discuss some more aspects to it. So regional concerns and narratives. So recently we have seen that one narrative has been stated by the Bangladesh leader, and that has created a lot of tussle between, and that particular statement has been not welcomed by the New Delhi, and that is a part of narrative building. So similar kind of narrative building happens in case of India and China also. So we have to take care of that. There should not be negative narrative set for the India, and build a system where we can trust, where we can decide, and where we can mutually respect each other. And also it influenced narratives such as much as infrastructure. So this is also one of the thing. Then here if we'll talk about the US China rivalry and strategic autonomy. So after taking the oath of Donald Trump as a president of USA, the USA China rivalry has strengthened. In these circumstances, what India needs to do, that India is joining such kind of groupings where USA is a part, and they are trying to counterbalance with the China. Along with that, India need to also focus on the autonomy, that what's the auto status of the India, and how India can dealt anything with their own autonomy without the help of the superpower. So this is also one of the thing which we have to take care of. Now we'll discuss about the signs of thaw. So here we can see that there are some signs where we had tried to mend our relationship. In on to all such examples, we have one example which is verification patrolling resuming at LAC, hydrological cooperation talks, and also possible reopening of Kailash Mansarovar Yatra and direct flights. So these are the things which shows that both countries are trying to mend things, and the word conflict is there. So by these initiatives we are trying to remove, and we are trying to reduce the impact of the word conflict. Now here we'll discuss about the ongoing challenges. We do have ongoing challenges such as China's dam project on Yarlung Tsangpo raises concern about the water security and what you can say ecological risk. We do have also lack of transparency and absence of water sharing treaty remain issues. So there is no clear water sharing treaty between India and China, and that creates a lot of controversy. So we do have some tussle point, and here we have to work on. Now we'll discuss on to the India's 4-pillar China's policy. So how we can decide our policy. So we have to what we can design, we have to be military ready, then we have to diversify our economy. It means that we should not much dependent on the China. We have to look other markets also, especially for the electronic and other stuff, and we have to try to become Atmanirbhar. Also diplomatic engagement and narrative control. A lot of narrative has been sent because of the India-China conflict kind of the situation. So we have to also control such kind of the narratives, negative spread, and diplomatic engagement is already there because we have not completely boycotted the Chinese presence into this whole world. And also India must try that without provoking they initiate any kind of the process, and there should be a long-term vision, not the short-term vision that how to tackle one problem towards an Asian security framework, because India, China's are one of the biggest economies of the Asia. So here we can see that how their influence is shaping overall the Asian continent, and how they are building military, diplomatic and economic guardrails is essential to what you can say there is a rivalry. So here we have to try to make things, and we have to come to a common point. So these are the 4 pillars Chinese policy which India needs to adapt. Now we'll discuss the practice question prelims. Before discussing such question, here is the conclusion that how India should pursue the China's relationship. As you already know that we had discussed that despite of having a lot of conflict kind of situation, India is still dependent on many of the manufacturing products on China. So here we have to set things that why we are so much dependent on the China, And despite India has taken that, it has banned few apps, it has banned few trade activities, but that had not much impact on India-China economic trade ties. So we have to take some strong measures so that this narrative could be controlled and our dependence on China could be controlled. So this is also one of the things which we can talk about, which we can focus on. Also, there are so many threats. So while undermining, while making things, and while what you can say, shaking hands in terms of the cooperation, we have to also be very careful about that. What are the challenges which is still remain? So we cannot undermine those challenges, and we cannot, what you can say, taken for granted for all those challenges. So we should definitely take. Now we are going to discuss the practice question for prelims. The phrase China lens in Indian foreign policy implies India's approach to all foreign relation is decided by Chinese approval. India views most of its strategic decisions in context of China's influence and actions. India follows China's model in regional diplomacy. India considers China as an ally in multilateral forums. So this is very easy one, because I already had explained this thing, that what does the term China lens means. So you can easily answer this into the comment section. And what are the key points, what are the key words of today's discussion? The China lens, the conflict and cooperation kind of situation. Then what are the conflicts arising along with the India-China border? Military readiness. So these are the keywords which we have to work on, which we have to think in context of the China and how we can manage our relationship. So you have to think in all these direction, and then you will be prepared for prelims along with the mains. Thank you. Have a nice day.
For more informative content, like, share and subscribe, and do not forget to press the bell icon to get the notifications.